Good morning, everybody. My name is Demetrius Thompson. I want to make this video sort of a commercial, I guess you would say, but it's just basically trying to inform the people of some help that I provided. Again, my name is Demetrius Thompson. I was a bill collector for over 15 years. I also wrote sales and training material for credit and repair and management companies. I know a little bit about credit and debt. There are abusive collectors out there, and consumers need to fight back. Listen, I know from experience, we used to make over 150,000 a year, but on who's pain and suffering? The consumer. I have provided a tool for consumers to fight back. Stop Bill Collectors Code. This kit, you can download it right here. Charge about $5 for it. This kit contains 35 letters. Almost every letter you could ever think about sending to a credit card company, any debt collector, bank, anybody you borrow money for, anybody causing you debt nightmares. These letter templates are very easy to use. They're simple. Just fill in the blanks with your specific information and customize it as necessary. You keep the letters brief and professional. Always make a copy for your own records. Send using certified mail with a return receipt requested. That way you got proof and a record that your letter was received. If you have a situation that differs slightly from these example letters, just select one of the letters that most closely fit your need and adapt it to your particular situation. So you can change it around a little bit, excuse me, just as it fits your situation. You customize these letters as you require by your circumstances and your state law, because each state law is different. Okay, different states have different laws. Be sure to check on what laws your state has when it comes to debt collection. All right, this kit is provided as an aid and as a guidance. Laws and policies continue to change, so check always up for the current and updated ones. I am not a lawyer. So if you have any questions or need help, do not hesitate to consult your trusted legal advisor. A simple letter may be all it takes, though, to get your debt situation back under control. Okay? So, make sure, matter of fact, I'm going to read over the different 35 letters that come in this thing here. I got it here, right here. The first one is stop phone calls. Okay? Do not call me at home or my cell phone or at my job. My employer prohibits these types of phone calls. Do not call my family members or my neighbors regarding me or my alleged debt. Any further contact with me should be in writing. That's almost sort of what they call a cease and desist letter. Meaning you tell them that they're close to cease all communications. Then you got request proof of debt. You got a letter follow-up request of proof. Request of proofs. This is the same debt. Man, so many times will these bill collectors make you pay a debt you already paid. And they don't know it. You got to realize these bill collectors are employees, so they don't know really if you owe this debt. And I used to say this all the time. That's probably one of the reasons why they blackball me out of collections. I could probably not. I can't even get a job in collections anymore. I used to be the best bill collector, and I didn't use fair tactics. I didn't use legal tactics. I used sales and education. I informed these people just like I'm informing now. But it's a dirty game. I don't like it. I don't like the whole debt situation that our country is in. But these employees or debt collectors are assuming you owe these debt. Say they work for let's just say Bank of America, and I'm not just using Bank of America as a this is a big bank. Say you work for Bank of America. Say, hey man, I got these 100 people, this file here, I need you to work, and these 100 people owe $5,000 or whatever on their credit cards. Call them and tell them to pay their bill. But you weren't there. You don't know these people. You don't know if they signed these agreements. You don't know what's going on. Sometimes the debt collector, the bank, or whoever it is you work for, sometimes they have these documents on file showing, hey, they signed this agreement, da 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 da. But you still don't know 100%. You don't know if it's fraud. You don't know somebody faked that signature. You don't know their records mixed up. You don't know if they've already been paid and just not reflecting it. There's a lot of things you don't know. You're just assuming the company is correct in their assumption or their allegations that this person owes this debt. There's been often times where they paid it, but they didn't keep the receipt, and the company sold the debt. They sold the debt to another company. Now this other company is calling, and you thinking, oh, this might be something else because it's a whole nother company name calling now, but it's the same darn it debt. Okay, so this letter is great. All right, the other letter we got is dispute of validation. That's like, hey, I don't believe this debt is real. I don't believe I owe it. Prove it. All right. Collection agency tries to change terms. Collection agency is an agency. So they don't know either if you owe this debt. They didn't make any agreement with you. They didn't loan you any money. You see what I'm saying? So this agency sometimes tries to change terms. Now, you may have signed with Bank of America an agreement to do this and that, and now the collection agency say, hey man, you need to do this and that. You say, wait a minute, you can't change the terms of the contract. So that's a great letter. Verification of final payment amount. That means you paid it already. You already paid the full amount. Debt is paid in full. You can let them know that. Debt already has been settled. Sometimes another agency, you'll settle it with them, and they'll sell the remaining portion of the debt because they forgot in accounting to close the debt out as paid because it's been settled. Yeah, that's sneaky. Sometimes they even sell the entire debt, and they're calling you about the entire debt. So that's kind of tricky. So, you always want to keep records. Yes. All right, requests to reduce monthly payment. A lot of times you send them something in writing requesting that. They'll acknowledge it and do it. You can offer to settle it. A lot of times these guys will take 60, 50, even 40 cents on the dollar on these debts, depending on how old they are and what state you live in, because some states you can't be sued really. So when they look at it like that, so now that's why I say check your state laws. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post me some state laws, FDCPA regulations on this website. It's stopbillcollectors.bizupstart.biz. I'm gonna do that in the next week or so. So you guys will have information about your state laws. Like I said, you also want to check up always check for current ones in your state. Mine may not be as current as the most current because I'm not going to go to all 50 states and find out what is the 2015 current law. I'm just going to post the last revised version, probably in 2009, 10, 11, whatever year it was. But usually it's around the same. So just a guide, okay? All right. Let's see. Calls about another person. That's a little letter you can send them. Statute of limitations is expired. You can look up in your state law. That's also another thing in the state laws is certain debt expire. You can't even collect it anymore. All right. Complaint about collection agency to the state attorney general. That will get them quiet. That will stop bill collectors call. You say, hey man, I'm about to send a letter to the state attorney general, and they'll probably close your account. I won't call you no more. Request lower interest rate. Do that. Request removal of fee. Suspending payments letter. Reduce payments letter. Corrections of information letter to the credit reporting agency. Hey, credit reporting agency addresses. Correction follow up to the credit reporting agency. You got a notice to file FTC complaint, Federal Trade Commission complaint, to the credit reporting agency. That'll get them doing what they're supposed to do. Complaint letter to the Federal Trade Commission, notification of lawsuit. Let's say, hey, I'm about to sue you guys. You broke these rules. Notification of identity theft. Let them know, hey, that wasn't me. I didn't make this debt. Somebody stole my identification. And now that's going to mean they're not going to be able to prove you owe the debt. So make sure you send that letter out, and then you can probably send them a follow-up validation of debt letter. Notification of identity debt, adding personal statement, credit reporting okay, you can use this letter when you want to add a brief explanation of an item on your credit report. So you can add information on your credit report about what happened to certain debts. See, people don't know that, and so when people are reviewing you to buy a house, like say a loan underwriter or whoever it is, they're reviewing you and they're looking at your credit report, and they can see those notes, and they can say, well, okay, and they might let one or two slide. All right, free credit report letter, free credit report after denial. You've been denied credit, so you can get if you've been denied credit, you can get a free credit report to find out why. Request removal of old information. Request removal of inquiry. Inquiries are when you try to get credit. Remove that. Request removal of inquiry to creditor. Bankruptcy discharge letter. Net worth letter. Opt-out letter. Opt-out address letter to congressman. Yep. You got all these letters in this little kit. You can download it now. That is like the super ammunition, I call it, for the consumer. You want to always have it. And let's go to the services here that I'll provide for people. For example, credit report, credit and repair consultation. So do you need help with your credit? Do you want to try to fix any errors or find any loopholes to improve your credit? Okay, people charging $300, $400, $500, and FTC guy didn't like that too much. They didn't want us calling it credit repair, because what it was finding loopholes in the credit reporting laws. Okay, and some smart guy figured out, hey man, you can improve your credit score by sending out these letters to these different creditors. And by almighty, it was a revolution going on. But guess what? It might have contributed to the real estate collapse, because remember those real estate companies and banks, insurance companies, all those were giving out those micro loans, or those, I don't think they were micro loans. They were, I forgot what they called those loans. But it was for lenders, borrowers who were barely qualified. Let's just put it that way. And and maybe these credit reports faked credit scores that weren't indicative to what this buyer would actually do as far as keeping up with his payments. Maybe, I don't know. But call, schedule an appointment. That 354-7507 number, that's going to change in a moment. I'm about to get an 800 number, because I've been having a lot of people calling about their credit repair. I'm about to do a do-it-yourself credit repair kit. That way, I'll probably charge $50 for it. That way you don't have to pay nobody $350. You can do it yourself. To be honest with you, these letters, this kit with these 35 letters, that is the foundation of this credit repair technique. So, and in the credit repair, it's going to have these letters in it, because you're going to have to send those letters out to do it. You can call me, I'll do it for you. You can do it online now with Experian and different little credit reporting agencies. But they got to set up. You got to give them a credit card, and then you have an account with them. You can log on. So Make sure you get these letters. Download them now. Stop bill collectors.bizupstarts.biz. Thank you very much.